2025-26 तक कोयला आयात रोकने के सभी प्रयास जारी। 2030 तक भूमिगत खदानों में 100 मिलियन टन उत्पादन पर जोर दिया केंद्रीय मंत्री श्री प्रहलाद जोशी। अस्सलाम वालेकुम, मैं ज़मीर अहमद अंसारी और आप देख रहे हैं जेड न्यूज़ फॉर यू। अर्ज यह है कि आपने अपने चैनल जेड न्यूज़ फॉर यू को अभी तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो सब्सक्राइब करें और साथ में दिए हुए बेल आइकन को भी दबाएं, जिससे हमारी आने वाली सभी वीडियोस के नोटिफिकेशन सबसे पहले आपको मिल सके। कोयला मंत्रालय ने वाणिज्यिक कोयला खदानों की नीलामी का 8वां चरण शुरू किया। झारखंड, ओडिशा, महाराष्ट्र, पश्चिम बंगाल और बिहार की 39 खदानों की नीलामी होनी है। संरक्षित क्षेत्र के अंतर्गत आने वाले खदानें, वन जीव, अभयारण्य आदि को नीलामी से बाहर रखा गया है। कोयला मंत्रालय ने आज यहां वाणिज्यिक कोयला खदानों की नीलामी प्रक्रिया के 8वें चरण की शुरुआत की। कुल 39 कोयला खदानें ऑफर पर हैं। वर्चुअल तौर पर नीलामी का शुभारंभ करते हुए केंद्रीय कोयला, खान और संसदीय कार्य मंत्री श्री प्रहलाद जोशी ने कहा कि 2025-26 तक कोयला आयात रोकने के लिए सभी प्रयास जारी हैं। उन्होंने ये भी कहा कि बड़े पैमाने पर उत्पादन तकनीकी का इस्तेमाल करके भूमिगत खदानों यूजी से कोयला उत्पादन को 2030 तक 100 मिलियन टन एमटी तक बढ़ाया जाएगा। नीलामी की जा रही खदानें कोयला उत्पादक राज्यों झारखंड, ओडिशा, महाराष्ट्र, पश्चिम बंगाल और बिहार में फैली हुई हैं। ये खदानें सीएमसी एक्ट और एमएमडीआर एक्ट के अंतर्गत आती हैं। 39 कोयला खदानों में से 4 खदानों को सीएमएसपी एमएमडीआर अधिनियम के तहत 7वें चरण के दूसरे प्रयास के तहत ऑफर किया जा रहा है। जहां पहले प्रयास में एकल बोली प्राप्त हुई, 8वें चरण के तहत पेश की जा रही 35 कोयला खदानों में से 16 कोयला खदानें नई हैं और 19 खदानें पहले की किस्त से ली जा रही हैं। कोयला मंत्रालय ने सुनिश्चित करने के लिए कई सुधार किए जो कोयला क्षेत्र तीव्र गति से बढ़े और देश की ऊर्जा बढ़ती मांग को पूरा करने में सक्षम हो। 8वें दौर के लिए भी संरक्षित क्षेत्रों, वन जीवीय अभयारण्यों, महत्वपूर्ण आवासें, 40% से अधिक वन क्षेत्र, भारी निर्मित क्षेत्र आदि के अंतर्गत आने वाली खदानों को बाहर रखा गया है। कुछ कोयला खदानों की बिबलक सीमाएं, जहां घनी आबादी, उच्च हरित आवरण और महत्वपूर्ण बुनियादी ढांचा आदि मौजूद था, कोयला खदान के प्रारंभिक विकास के लिए संशोधित किया गया है। समारोह को संबोधित करते हुए कोयला मंत्रालय के सचिव श्री अमृत लाल मीणा ने कहा कि कैप्टिव वाणिज्यिक कोयला खदानें समग्र उत्पादन में महत्वपूर्ण योगदान दे रही हैं। उन्होंने कहा कि 39 खदानों की नीलामी के लिए पेश करने से पहले व्यवस्थित सर्वेक्षण किया गया है। श्री मीणा ने कहा कि खदानों से कोयले की त्वरित निकासी के लिए रेल कनेक्टिविटी को बढ़ाया जा रहा है। इससे पहले मेहमानों और संभावित बोलीदाताओं का स्वागत करते हुए मंत्रालय के अपर सचिव और नामित प्राधिकारी श्री एम नागराजू ने घरेलू कोयला उत्पादन को और बढ़ाने की आवश्यकता पर जोर दिया। उन्होंने इस बात पर प्रकाश डाला कि मंत्रालय द्वारा हाल ही में सुधारों की एक श्रृंखला शुरू की गई है। आने वाले दशक में घरेलू कोयले की मांग भी बढ़ेगी। उन्होंने कहा कि इसलिए कोयला क्षेत्र में निवेश से अच्छा रिटर्न मिलता है। नीलामी के लिए निविदा दस्तावेज की बिक्री की शुरुआत आज यानी 15 नवंबर 2023 से शुरू होगी। खदानों की नीलामी की शर्तें, समय सीमा आदि का विवरण एमएसटीसी नीलामी मंच पर देखा जा सकता है। नीलामी प्रतिशत राजस्व हिस्सेदारी के आधार पर प्रदर्शित 2 चरणीय प्रक्रिया के माध्यम से ऑनलाइन आयोजित की जाएगी। वाणिज्य कोयला खदान की नीलामी के लिए कोयला मंत्रालय का एकमात्र लेन देन सलाहकार एसबीआई कैपिटल मार्केट्स लिमिटेड नीलामी प्रक्रिया के संचालन में मंत्रालय की सहायता कर रहा है।
Welcome address on the occasion of launch of 8th round of commercial coal block auctions in the country. It was mentioned this commercial coal blocks auctions was launched on 18th of June 2020 by Honorable Prime Minister in the presence of our Honorable Minister for Coal and Parliamentary Affairs. And since then, we have conducted 7 rounds and 6 second attempt. So it's almost 13 rounds of coal block auctions we have completed. And during these multiple rounds, we have offered several variety of coal blocks for private sector. And there has been great success. And today, for the launch of 8th round, we have the august presence of our Honorable Minister for Coal, Mines and Parliamentary Affairs, who is present virtually from his other engagements, despite serious and very important commitments and time constraint. He has kindly made time for launch of this thing. We, on behalf of the Minister of Coal, we extend you, sir, very warm welcome to the launch of 8 hours. We also have the august presence of Shri Amitla Menaji, Secretary Minister of Coal, who actually joined last year before launch of Samco. And since then he has been in the coal ministry, supporting the private sector greatly to enhance coal production and also to ensure private sector is playing important role in the development of the country. Now, we are actually very grateful to our Honorable Minister. Before, I think many of you are engaged with the sector. The coal reforms we launched in 2020. He has been steadfastly behind those reforms. He has pursued them and he has piloted them and we guided. And then we got it approved by the Council of Ministers. And then we implemented every reform that was enacted in the coal block auctions. Now we see the fruits of those reforms. We have auctioned coal blocks and also ensured that the public sector is also performing very well. That has given great fillip, and the coal sector has been much more very transparent, both financially and the way they do conduct the business. And there is more respectability to the way we do things in the coal sector now. I think this is largely because the coal sector has been opened up and private sector participation was sought, and which they have willingly given. Now, in the last 7 rounds, we have auctioned about 91 mines successfully. Once all these mines are operational, almost about 35,000 crores of the annual revenue will accrue to the states, providing employment to almost more than 3 lakh people directly. Indirectly, of course, there will be several hundreds and thousands of people will be dependent on the coal sector in the eastern part of the country. In the country, still about 72% of electricity generated through coal, and even though the percentage of power produced from coal may decline, but the absolute numbers it is going to go up till at least 2035, 40, with all the indications. So the coal demand will continue to rise. Therefore, people who are the industrialists, entrepreneurs who are looking for investment, coal sector still offers very good returns. In the last 3 years, since 2020, Coal Ministry has launched several reforms. And these reforms include, for the coal block auction, there is no restriction on sale of coal. Coal can be sold to anyone, anywhere, can be exported also. There is a national coal index to determine payment of revenue share, and also to determine the price of coal for a grade. And there is no prior experience required to bid for coal mines, unlike in the past when prior experience is a mandatory class. Revenue sharing mechanism, unlike a per ton basis, earlier it used to be per ton basis, now it is a revenue share. Whatever is the national coal index price, you pay the revenue share. And incentives are there for agri production as well as for use of coal in the coal gasification. And also there is flexibility to surrender partially if there is a part of the coal mine area which is there is no coal. And last round, we also reduced the upfront amount required. For the coal mines with 200 MT PRC, The maximum amount upfront amount is 75 crores, and beyond 200 MT, it is maximum is 500 crores. So that the bigger mines are also picked up by the industry. Now, during this auction round, we are offering 39 mines with 35 first attempt and 4 mines second attempt, which were offered in the previous attempt. So we are going for the second attempt. So for these coal mines, if there is a single bidder in the second attempt, then as per the approved methodology, we can allot it also. So people should not be under the wrong impression that we can't allot. If the price is reasonable, if there is a competitive offer, the government has authority to allot these mines if the second bidder is also single bidder for these mines. We are very grateful to all of you, for the industry especially, for giving us government such a strong support in partnering to produce required amount of coal. We are also grateful to the SBI Capital. I also welcome the Chief Operating Officer of SBI Capital and SBI team, CMPDI Director and entire CMPDI team, and NLCL, CMD, and my own colleagues from the Ministry of Coal and the media for attending this, and I extend, and also all the participants, and in fact all the industry and the entrepreneurs, I warmly extend very, very warm welcome to all of you, and I hope all of you will bid aggressively to these coal mines, and so that we'll be very happy to allow you. Thank you so much.
Extraordinarily high growth in the coal production through the coal PSUs and also captive and commercial mines. You know, last year 893 million ton of coal was produced, which was a growth of about 14% over 21-22. This year also, in the first 7 months, the growth in production has been to the tune of 11%. I am very happy to share with you that the contribution that is coming from the captive and commercial mines is very, very significant. Last year, it was about plenty of coal in country will improve, and it will definitely help in reduction in the price of the coal. You may be aware that last year, maybe January 23, the premium on this Coal India's auction coal was to the tune of about 180 to 200%. It came down to about 50% in July. Now it's about 60-70%. So this has been possible because of adequate availability of coal in the market from all sources. So for that, I want to compliment all the captive and commercial mine owners for their contribution, not only for power sector but also for all sectors. Because of the availability of coal for these sectors, Coal India has also been able to supply 35% higher quantity of coal to the non-regulated sector. So by contribution of all of the constituent entities, the coal availability in country has improved, and this will further improve as we go on. Today, during this 8th round of auction, I would like to highlight some of the enabling factors which you as entrepreneur should consider, and you must think over taking the coal mines. See, so far in 7 rounds of auction, we have offered more than 200 mines, and 91 mines have been taken in different rounds. Based on the stakeholders' interaction and on the direction of the Honorable Minister, we have undertaken minute physical survey through the team of experts of all the mines before offering them to the auction. Why? Because in earlier rounds, it was found that in many of the cases, there were certain factors which were resulting into non-mineability of the mine and subsequent
Shri Amritlal Meena ji, Additional Coal Secretary and Nominating Authority, Shri Nagaraju ji, Shri Shesh Verma, मैं जयपुर से इस लॉन्चिंग प्रोग्राम में मैं अटेंड कर रहा हूँ। तो मैं शुरुआत में यही कहना चाहता हूँ कि नागराजू जी और अमितलाल मीना जी बहुत डिटेल में जो कुछ भी पहले हुआ और आगे भी होने वाला है उसके बारे में डिटेल में एक्सप्लेन किया है। तो इसलिए मेरा काम थोड़ा इजी हो गया है। Actually, today is the special day to launch 8th tranche of the auction for the commercial coal mining of around 39 coal blocks. Special because today is also the Janajatiya Gaurav Divas, that is Tribal Pride Day, which resonates deeply with the heart of India's tribal communities. I feel immense pride because there is a deep connection. Why I am referring this is, there is a deep connection and bond between the coal sector and the tribal community. Most of these 39 coal blocks are being put up, the auctions are concentrated in the coal bearing states, and once these mines are operationalized, the mines will benefit the sizable population belonging to the tribal communities. Ministry of Coal is aiming to produce 1,404 million tons of the coal by year 2027 and 1,577 million tons by year 2030. And the new mines being auctioned will play a big role in ramping up the coal production to meet the increasing energy demand and support the economy. I do not want to repeat. Our Secretary, Shri Amritlal Meena, has already explained whatever the logistic issues are there. जो भी लॉजिस्टिक इशू है, ट्रांसपोर्टेशन इशू है, जो आज के दिन में है और फ्यूचर जो कुछ भी अभी हम ऑप्शन कर रहे हैं, कोल इंडिया नया प्रोडक्शन शुरू कर रहे हैं, वो सब मद्देनजर में रखते हुए हमने पूरा एक लॉजिस्टिक रेलवे के साथ और पोर्ट मिनिस्ट्री के साथ भी बातचीत करके हमने वर्कआउट करने का शुरू कर दिया है, इन्वेस्टमेंट करने का भी शुरू कर दिया है। और मैं अश्योर करता हूं ये जो लॉजिस्टिक इशू है, ये लॉजिस्टिक इशू इन वेरी कमिंग नियर फ्यूचर, ऑल दिस लॉजिस्टिक issues will be addressed positively. The target for the coal production from the commercial mine during 23-24 is 30 million ton. During 24-25 target is 16 million ton, and during 25-26 it is 24 million ton. It has been just 3 years since June 2020 when these auctions were launched by Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi. I would like to emphasize here that normally to start the coal mine production, new coal mine production, it will take 7 to 8 years because of the various clearances and the local issues. But in 3 years, we are achieving around 30 million ton, and in coming year we are going to achieve 16 million ton only from the commercial coal mining. And in 25-26 it is going to be 24 million ton. That is our target. And the world was when reeling under the threat of the global pandemic. We have started this commercial coal mining, and now so far we have completed 7 tranches, and today we have entered into 8 tranches. And I do not want to give all details, but there were the days when people were afraid of talking about the commercial coal mining. Today we have successfully completed 7th tranche, and we are going ahead with the 8th tranche. How much investment is going to come, how much employment is going to come, that has been well explained by both Secretary and Additional Secretary. These new mines will help to build the ecosystem thriving with the opportunities. It will result in the employment and also investment. In the latest tranche, a total 35 coal mines are being offered. Out of these, 11 are CMSP, 24 are MMDR mines, whereas 14 coal mines are fully explored and 21 coal mines are partially explored. We are also offering 4 coal mines as a part of the second attempt of the tranche 7, which one mine is fully explored and 3 coal mines are partially explored. This second attempt means, as already explained by Nagaraju, there is a provision in the rule and law that if at all there is a single participant in the bidding, in the next tranche, we will again take it, we will take as it has been implemented. In addition to this, project monitoring grid has been set up in the Ministry of Coal to support the early operationalization of providing the guidance and support to the allocators in obtaining the required permits in the clearances. Remember, the companies participating in the commercial coal mine options will be helping us to build a new India. With these words, I thank all the participants attending the launch of this tranche of the auctions, wishing you the best to everyone who is participating. Jai Hind, Dhanyavad.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I, on behalf of SBI Capital Markets Limited, would like to express my sincere gratitude to our chief guest, Honorable Union Minister of Coal, Mines and Parliamentary Affairs, Sri Prahlad Joshi ji, Secretary, Ministry of Coal, Sri Amrit Lal Banerjee, Additional Secretary and Nominated Authority, Ministry of Coal, Sri M. Nagaraju ji, industry representatives, delegates, media persons, and all other attendees for gracing this event for launch of 8th tranche of commercial coal mine auction. In the last few years, we have seen the coal sector evolve from the first ever transparent auctions for coal blocks for specified end use to auction of coal mines for commercial use without any participation and end-use restrictions. This change has resulted from consistent policy actions and a positive outlook from the government. We have been privileged to have been associated with the Ministry of Coal since 2015, and we thank the Ministry and the industry for reposing their faith in us. I wish all the success to the prospective bidders so more coal mines are developed that can supply coal to meet our country's energy needs in the future. Thank you all. Thanks.